Hi there, Sonia Bueno de la Torre here, and today I want to share something. Two things that you want to avoid when you work a lot on the computer or if you hang out a lot on the computer. And because I have done both today, I wanted to share it with you, even though I don't feel like shooting a video because I feel totally fried. I'm brain dead, basically. But I thought because I experienced this today, I wanted to share it also because if I don't do it now, the message might be lost. And I do work a lot on the computer, and usually I'm good in balancing it out. Like if I work on the computer, I take a break, and I work and take a break, so I'm pretty good in doing that. Today I was not good in doing it at all. So I want to share two things that you really want to avoid. If you want to stay fresh and energized and balanced and centered and get a lot of things done, these are the two things that you want to avoid. Number one is that you don't want to sit too long on the computer at once. And what I mean by that is like, and there are different people recommend different things, so I cannot tell you what's best for you. And if you research, some people say 30 minutes, some people say 62 hours, whatever, but you have to find your own balance. But it take an amount of time on the computer, and you might want to set your alarm, whatever works for you. And I try to not sit longer than 60 minutes at once on the computer. So after 60 minutes, to get up, to take a break, even if it's a short break, 10 minutes break, 15 minutes, if you don't have more, 5 minutes, whatever it takes for you to kind of like refocus, centers, relax your shoulders, whatever it takes so that you don't get hooked into the computer. And if you do work on the computer, you might know that, I mean, I experienced that a lot, that you start working on something and you are just totally in it and here and then, and suddenly you look at the watch and it's already 3 hours and you feel like completely, I don't find an English word for what I have in mind, but you feel just fried, I guess. And so take a certain amount of time, set an intention, set an alarm, and then when this time is up, stand up, go away from the computer, disengage from the computer to something physical, drink a glass of water, look at the sky, go outside if you can. Maybe you want to do something physical, even if it's only a few push-ups, or it doesn't really matter. I think you get the point. It's really to disengage from the computer and come back to yourself. Breathing is always great. To relax your shoulders is always great, because when we sit on the computer a lot, this is the area that gets tense easily. So this was number one. Number two that you want to avoid, and maybe you don't have the tendency, I have the tendency to do that, and today I didn't pay attention. When I work on my laptop, I oftentimes push the laptop further away from myself, especially when I do trainings and I watch videos and I want to write things down and make notes. I have something between my laptop and myself, like my notebook, and I take notes, and so that works well. But what often happens is that then I also type something. So what happens is my laptop is too far away, and then my hands are so far away, and if I do that for a while, I think you get the point, even if I don't show it so properly, my neck and my shoulders gets really tense because it's such an unnatural thing to do. And in general, there's one thing that I'm really good at is I sit generally very straight and in alignment, even when I'm on the computer. But when I push him, when my laptop is too far away from me, I kind of like have a really weird position. Then what happens is that my neck hurts, then I get tension, and then worst case, I get a headache. And I feel completely brain dead. And you might even notice, because I did not take a break, or not many breaks, and I was doing exactly those two things that I'm just recommending you to avoid out of experience. And just because I'm realizing it right now and I'm taking already a breath, I'm coming back to myself, that my energy shifts already. But before I was overspun, I'm kind of like not clear, I'm not focused. And funny enough, we often do that because we think we need to get things finished and we don't have the time to take breaks. But the funny thing is, if you don't take breaks, usually, and it might not be in your case, but the experience, in my experience, that's very common, you get less things done because you are so hooked in the computer that your brain is just a little bit over or spun and fried, and you get tired. And so it's way more effective to take those breaks. And so if you're sitting on the computer right now and you experience maybe similar things that I just shared with you, just take a moment, like relax your hands, relax your shoulders, rotate your shoulders. Take a few nice deep breaths, and really imagine that with the breath you come back to yourself, you bring your energy back in. Because when we are hooked in the computer, our energy goes out and plugs into the computer, and then we kind of like really lose center and clarity and focus. So imagine that you unhook from the computer and you center yourself. You take a few nice deep breaths, you rotate your shoulders and your neck. And you have been sitting, and if you have been sitting a lot today on the computer, once this video is finished, I would recommend get up and do something different. But not go on the phone and check emails or something else. Just do really something completely different. Disengage, even if it's only for a few minutes. So this is what I wanted to share with you, so that you don't have to go through this today yourself, and that just create a little bit of awareness, because I'm usually good at it, but nobody's perfect. I fall back into the same sometimes, and today was a day like this. So I was sitting way too long on the computer today at once, and I was having my laptop too far away, so that wasn't good for my neck and shoulders. So avoid those two things. Take a few nice deep breaths, really come back to yourself, get centered, nurture yourself in different ways, and then you can go back. Just make sure you get the balance in between. It's all about balance. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you soon. Much love.